Welcome, dear listeners, to History with Herodotus, where we embark on a journey through the annals of time, uncovering the secrets of our collective past. Today, we find ourselves in the fertile plains of Mesopotamia, surrounded by the whispers of ancient civilizations, as we delve into the fascinating story of Umma, Sumerian city. As we set out to explore this captivating city, let us first gaze upon its majestic landscape. Imagine yourself standing amidst the lush valleys and marshy wetlands of southern Mesopotamia, where the Euphrates River flows like a lifeblood, nourishing the cities that sprouted along its banks. The air is thick with the scent of date palms and the sound of merchants hawking their wares in the bustling marketplaces. It is here, in the region of Sumer, that Umma rose to prominence, its origins dating back to around 2600 BCE, during the early dynastic period. The city's early history is marked by the presence of several smaller settlements, which eventually coalesced into a single, thriving metropolis. The process of urbanization was likely driven by the need for trade and commerce, as well as the desire for protection and security in a region prone to conflict. As the city grew, it became an important center for the worship of the Sumerian god Shara, who was revered as the patron deity of Umma. One of the key figures involved in the development of Umma was King Enmebaragesi, who ruled around 2500 BCE. According to the Sumerian king list, Enmebaragesi was a powerful leader who expanded Umma's territories through a series of military campaigns, establishing the city as a major force in the region. His reign marked a significant turning point in Umma's history, as the city began to assert its dominance over neighboring cities. As we explore the early history of Umma, we find evidence of a sophisticated system of governance and administration. The city was divided into distinct districts, each with its own specialized functions, such as the temple district, the marketplace, and the royal palace. The ensis, or rulers of Umma, oversaw the collection of taxes, the maintenance of public buildings, and the administration of justice. The cultural achievements of Umma's early inhabitants are also noteworthy. The city was home to a thriving community of artisans who created exquisite works of art in clay, stone, and metal. The famous Stele of the Vultures, discovered in the ruins of Lagash, features intricate carvings depicting the gods and goddesses of the Sumerian pantheon, including Shara Dea. As we delve deeper into the early history of Umma, we find that the city's growth was also driven by its strategic location. Situated near the ancient trade route known as the King's Highway, Umma was able to control the flow of goods and resources between the cities of Sumer and the neighboring regions. This lucrative trade helped to fuel the city's economic growth, enabling its rulers to invest in grand architectural projects, such as the construction of temples and palaces. And so, dear listeners, our journey through the origins of Umma, Sumerian city, comes to a close, but the story is far from over. As we transition to the next chapter in Umma's history, we find ourselves on the cusp of a new era, one marked by unprecedented cultural and scientific achievements. The city is poised to reach the pinnacle of its success, as the stage is set for a period of unparalleled growth and transformation. Join me next as we venture into the heart of Umma's most glorious epoch, where the city's people would achieve greatness, leaving an indelible mark on the annals of human civilization. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, where we continue our journey through the fascinating story of Umma, Sumerian city. Imagine yourself standing in the heart of Umma, surrounded by the vibrant sounds and colors of a thriving metropolis. The city is abuzz with activity, as merchants from all corners of Mesopotamia gather to exchange goods and ideas. The air is thick with the scent of fresh bread, roasting meats, and the sweet aroma of date palms. One of the most significant achievements of this period was the development of a sophisticated system of writing, known as cuneiform.t. This innovative script allowed for the recording of complex transactions, laws, and literary works, enabling the spread of knowledge and ideas throughout the city. The scribes of Umma were renowned for their skill and artistry, creating intricate clay tablets that would be used for generations to come. As we explore this glorious epoch, we find evidence of remarkable cultural achievements. The city's artisans continued to create exquisite works of art, including intricately carved statues, ornate jewelry, and beautifully crafted pottery. The famous lyres of Ur, discovered in the royal cemetery of Ur, are a testament to the city's rich musical heritage, with their intricate carvings and golden ornaments. Umma's scientific achievements were equally impressive, with significant advances in fields such as astronomy, mathematics, and medicine. The city's scholars made detailed observations of the movements of celestial bodies, allowing for the development of sophisticated calendars and astronomical tables. The famous Weld-Blundell prism, discovered in the ruins of Larsa, features a mathematical problem that demonstrates the advanced understanding of geometry and algebra possessed by Umma's mathematicians. The reign of King Enshakushana, who ruled around 2400 BCE, marked a significant turning point in Umma's history. According to the Sumerian king list, Enshakushana was a wise and just ruler who expanded Umma's territories through a series of diplomatic alliances and military campaigns. His reign saw the construction of grand architectural projects, including the renovation of the Temple of Shara, which became one of the most impressive structures in the city. As we delve deeper into this glorious epoch, we find that Umma's people were deeply devoted to their gods and goddesses. The city was home to numerous temples and shrines, each dedicated to a specific deity. The famous Temple of Shara, with its towering ziggurat and intricately carved walls, was a testament to the city's spiritual heritage. The economic achievements of Umma during this period were equally impressive, with significant advances in trade and commerce. The city's merchants established extensive networks of trade routes, stretching from the Mediterranean to the Indus Valley. The famous Sumerian king list records the arrival of exotic goods, such as lapis lazuli, carnelian, and cedarwood, which were highly prized by Umma's elite. As we reach the pinnacle of Umma's success, we find that the city's people had achieved greatness, leaving an indelible mark on the annals of human civilization. The cultural, scientific, and economic achievements of this glorious epoch would be remembered for generations to come, inspiring future civilizations to strive for similar greatness. And so, dear listeners, our journey through Umma's most glorious epoch comes to a close, but the story is far from over. As we transition to the final chapter in Umma's history, we find ourselves on the cusp of a new era, one marked by decline and transformation. The city's people would face significant challenges, including wars, famines, and environmental disasters, which would ultimately lead to the decline of this once great civilization. Welcome back to History with Herodotus, where we continue our journey through the fascinating story of Umma, Sumerian city. However, as with all great civilizations, decline and transformation were inevitable. Imagine yourself standing in the heart of Umma, surrounded by the remnants of a once great metropolis. The city's people are struggling to maintain their way of life, as wars, famines, and environmental disasters take their toll. The air is thick with the smell of smoke and ash, as fires rage through the city, destroying homes and temples. One of the most significant challenges faced by Umma was the rise of neighboring cities, such as Ur and Lagash, which would eventually surpass Umma in power and influence. The city's merchants struggled to maintain their trade networks, as rival cities established their own routes and alliances. The famous Sumerian king list records the decline of Umma's trade, as the city's elite were forced to rely on increasingly scarce resources. As we explore this period of decline, we find evidence of significant environmental disasters, including floods and droughts, which would have had a devastating impact on the city's agriculture and economy. The Tigris River, which had once provided Umma with fertile soil and abundant water, began to shift its course, leaving the city's farmers struggling to adapt. Despite these challenges, the people of Umma continued to produce remarkable works of art and literature, including the famous lamentation over the destruction of Umma, which tells the story of the city's downfall. The poem is a testament to the city's rich cultural heritage, with its intricate language and poetic imagery. The reign of King Ibbi-Sin, who ruled around 2000 BCE, marked the final chapter in Umma's history. According to the Sumerian king list, Ibbi-Sin was a weak and ineffective ruler, unable to stem the tide of decline that had engulfed the city. His reign saw the eventual collapse of Umma's government, as the city was absorbed into the neighboring kingdom of Ar. As we reach the end of our journey through Umma's history, we find that the city's legacy would live on, inspiring future civilizations to strive for greatness. The cultural, scientific, and economic achievements of Umma would be remembered for generations to come, shaping the course of human history in profound ways. From the development of cuneiform writing to the creation of sophisticated astronomical tables, Umma's contributions to human knowledge would be felt for millennia. And so, dear listeners, our journey through the story of Umma, Sumerian city, comes to a close. We have explored the city's rise to greatness, its most glorious epoch, and its eventual decline and transformation. As we reflect on the legacy of this ancient civilization, we are reminded that even the greatest cities must eventually fall, but their achievements can live on forever, inspiring future generations to strive for greatness. As the great Sumerian poet Herodotus once wrote, "The city's fate is sealed, its people scattered, but its spirit remains, a testament to the power of human creativity and ingenuity." The story of Umma serves as a reminder that even in decline, there is always the potential for rebirth and renewal, and that the achievements of our ancestors can continue to inspire us today. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the fascinating story of Umma, Sumerian city. That's all for today's History with Herodotus. Remember to like, share,